Hi, I'm Larson Halleck, your unlicensed personal trainer, here with another edition of Fail Order Catalog. Let's talk about ninjutsu, shall we? If you're like me, which is to say you're in your mid to late 20s, you'll remember that for a long period, media about dudes in black pajamas running around kicking people's asses was, in the parlance of Henry Longfellow, the shit. Enter Robert Bussey, an American ninjutsu master so renowned, so famous, he doesn't have a Wikipedia article. As far as I can tell, Robert Bussey was a ninjutsu instructor best known for sending two of his trainees to the second and third UFC tournaments. They are Scott Morris, aka This Guy, and Steve Jenham, aka the luckiest man who ever lived.
I guess you're the winner by default.
Default! Woohoo! The two sweetest words in the English language. Default, default, default!
Oh, we're gonna learn so much from this video. In doing more research, I can see that he's at least in halfway decent shape, which is more than I can say for some alleged ninjas. Why yes, I will meet Master Bussey, thank you. Oh god, he's from the negative zone! Oh, wait. We see Bussey doing various one-steps with his assistants. I wonder if this video will teach us how to pull our opponents into the negaverse like him. I can only hope. Christ, cameraman, even Jean-Claude Van Damme wouldn't repeat an attack that often. I wonder if this was filmed in one of those commercial dojos that Robert Bussey owned when he was in high school. And the footage of demonstrations just goes on, and on, and on, and on. Finally. Wow, you mean that Robert Bussey Warrior International was founded by Robert Bussey? Who could have seen that coming?
An organization striving to discover new and progressive ways of looking at and training in self-protection.
RBWI is apparently a newspaper as well. Take it from Robert Bussey's Warrior International, folks. The most effective technique is where you almost leave the parking lot of the Denver Arena and then you get called in to fight Harold Howard.
Hi, I'm Robert Bussey. Welcome to our Pain Points tape. We're going to start right away.
Well, Mr. Bussey, you're clearly not into foreplay.
By applying pressure to a point right behind the ear, in this spot here, called a mandibular angle. We're going to shoot in at this angle and pass through with our pressure. That's the point right there.
No.
Right in there. Very painful point.
I mean, it kinda hurts, I guess. I suppose if your hand was there, you could just, choke him. Also, was doing the little dog growls necessary? How many? No, that would be 3. Behind the ear, the hypoglossal, and the one coming up. Use some ninja math, Bobo.
Now, we're going to deal with a different nerve, right underneath the nose, right there. Grabs me. Reach right underneath the nose. That's how we apply the pressure against the infraorbital. Right underneath the nose.
So you just force the nose upwards? While your finger's there, stick your thumb in there and start fish hooking. I'm serious. Gouging is a legitimate tactic, goddammit.
Reach around.
Tee-hee.
I use one of my fingers, just push back.
Again, it does hurt, but I can't imagine anybody actually throwing somebody across the room by their nose. Number 4, damn it.
Let's take a look at the next area. Kind of an S-shaped spot right here, and that indention is what we call a jugular notch. That's the angle we want to apply pressure.
Remember, kids, just jam your fingers into your friend's throat. It's fun. That's actually really uncomfortable. Congratulations, Mr. Bussey. You got 1 point.
Next is a very important and effective pain point. It runs right along the side of the neck, right here, right there, using the thumb.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it. You don't need to be a ninja master to figure out that applying force to someone's neck is gonna hurt. I don't care about the numbers anymore.
Here you can see, you can use any knuckle of the hand and apply pressure to the hard facial areas. And this will come.
Noogies, the silent killer.
Very painful maneuver.
You know what's more painful than this? Choking people.
Now, let's move on from digital pressure to striking pressure.
Punches to the back of the neck are illegal in legitimate competition, so you probably could hurt somebody real good with this.
Watch closely.
Yeah, no.
Let's watch it again.
Let's not.
Another striking technique that we can use will stun the neck. It's kind of a tie-in to the brachial plexus. Another.
Yes, you've already established that walloping a man in the back of the neck will hurt him.
Now, of course, we can strike into the face as well. Different points on the face.
Actually a legitimate tactic to disrupt balance via the inner ear and possibly rupture the eardrum. Robert Bussey gets another point. Maybe not.
Very, very careful. But when striking a bag or a target, hit it very hard.
Yeah, I've never actually smacked a guy in the ears, but I don't imagine that he would slowly let go and crouch down.
Now we're going to deal with pain to the skin or hair.
Alright, time out.
That's a hair pulling
Does
maneuver.
anybody really need a
This is how I
tutorial
apply
on
that.
how to
Run my
grab
fingers as
hair?
close to
Am I doing it right?
A very effective move. Starts right there.
You heard the man, kids. When you're in a fight, stick your fingers in somebody's mouth.
Now we're going to move on to the torso. This is area 2 on our pain points. Head and neck was first, now torso. We're going to apply pressure right into what we call a clavicle notch.
Maybe I need to talk like Master Bussey. No.
The next vulnerable spot on the body, in relation to the torso, is the bicep tie-in. It's just right at the base of the bicep, that little notch right there, that little hole. Watch how I use this technique. Applied pressure right there.
No.
This is the spot we want to attack, right there.
Purple nurples, now a martial arts technique. Hey, wait a minute.
Pectoral muscle. This hurts.
No, it doesn't. Oh, you're supposed to stab him with a weapon, not use your fingers. Silly me.
Next, we're going to deal with this spot right there.
So you're supposed to just elbow the shit out of it? Yeah, I suppose that'd work pretty good.
With the torso, we're using striking pressure now.
Master Bussey, please don't injure this 14-year-old boy. His mother would be terribly sad.
Hit that with accuracy, with the knuckles. Watch.
No. No. Look, I speak for everybody who has an older brother. Punching somebody in the shoulder will not incapacitate anybody.
Okay. Now, once again, not going to use digital pressure, but striking pressure against that spot.
Aw, guys, you started out pretty good, actually. Stop making up stupid crap.
Next striking technique.
How is this any different from the previous one?
Elbow.
Well, I suppose getting punched there would hurt, but you know what would hurt more? Punching them literally anywhere else. Oh, I wonder what this is. Oh, look, another bicep punch. What the hell just happened? Yeah, I'm like 90% sure an upward elbow can't generate enough force to send a man flying 50 feet across a room. But frankly, I'm just happy it's not another bicep punch.
We're still dealing with striking pressure against the torso.
A punch to the kidneys, eh? Well, obviously that would be a disqualification from any legitimate fighting league, thank you very much. But in all seriousness, this one's okay, albeit blindingly obvious.
Right there. Call that the suprascapular.
Officer Steve Jenham is a sparring dummy, and yet he still puts up more of a fight than his classmate Scott Morris. Will the world judge me harshly if I say that I never get tired of watching that?
Now, we're going to move out of striking. Let's move on to our next skin-sensitive area on the torso. This is where we're going to work from. Right there.
Another violent wrenching of the nipples. Robert Bussey, much like myself, started out very strong and then he just gives up in the home stretch.
Now, there's the cupping technique. I'm going to grab the skin on the sides of the...
So, in other words, you're going to playfully pinch his love handles. Yeah, don't do this. You'll just die embarrassed.
Here we go.
Aw, I love you too, Master Bussey.
Right here at the belt line.
Oh god, I know where this is going.
Applied pressure in that point is going to hurt.
Ugh, being taken out with a testicle clamp. That'd make me tap out.
Of course, we're dealing with applied digital pressure to the lower part of the body now.
Oh, it's not what I thought it was. Whoops. In all honesty, if he just clamped down on his balls, that would probably be a lot more effective. Ha! Larson won, Robert Bussey, millions of dollars. Damn.
Let's deal with some striking pressure to the lower part of the body.
Yes, let us be sensible.
In this case, an instep kick, or an inverted kick.
No, what are you doing?
Now, we're going to deal with this nerve right here. A good hard kick. It's a common peroneal will put an opponent down.
Yeah, if your opponent is completely untrained, has an incredibly low tolerance for pain, and suffers from rickets. Upon looking at it from another angle, it's actually a kick to the hamstring, and wait, what am I doing? No, I'm not defending this.
Now, right on the inside of the thigh, right above the knee, is a great pain point, femoral.
I'm not sure if dislocating a man's knee forcibly counts as a pressure point, but it is effective, and I'm feeling generous, so here's a point, Mr. Bussey.
This next spot runs right along the upper and lower part of the knee.
It's a front kick to the knee. Next.
Here's another excellent pain point. Right on the outside. And the inside. Let's watch.
Incredible. I mean, wow. He attacked the same place 3 times in a row, and he got paid for this. I've said it before, and I will say it again. If you could lift your leg up above your waist in the 1980s, you were a god amongst men. It certainly made up for your deficiencies in arithmetic.
A lot of people don't realize how sensitive the tailbone is.
Fire Pro Wrestling, a legitimate martial arts instructional.
Now, the final
And I
striking area
proceeded
on
to
the lower
giggle
part of the
like a
body I
little
wanna talk
girl
about
for
is the
about an
angle.
hour. No.
We do have skin-sensitive areas that we can use on the lower part of the body. Once again, a review of the pelvic triangle. This leads right to our groin shots.
Yep, number 34. Just kick him in the dick. And if you're breathing, you shouldn't need instructions on how to do this. Ah, come on, end! Oh, I'm sure glad that we didn't end at the most logical place, the dick kicking. To get this, a man with disconcertingly tiny shorts throwing roundhouse kicks. It's a living. And we end on this footage. Psst, the intended message is that Robert Bussey's Warrior International is awesome. So those were Robert Bussey's 35 ninja pressure points. Of that 35, 8 of them are useful. But in all honesty, having a 23% success rate means that Robert Bussey is by far the most legitimate ninja in the world today. Larson Halleck, and if you'll excuse me,